Sometimes we all need to make compromises in life. You want a sports car, but you need a practical third row seat family vehicle. Well, you don't always have to compromise completely. Enter the 2022 Explorer ST featuring a twin turbo V6 pumping out 400 horsepower, built on a balanced rear-wheel drive platform. This one does have all-wheel drive, but the primary drive wheels are rear-wheel drive. That was a recent addition to the Explorer lineup in 2020, switching from a front-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive platform. This thing is beautiful, lovely color combination, and who better to buy a pre-owned Ford from than a new Ford retailer like us? I'm Joe, we are Scarff Ford. We've been in business over 100 years. Let's talk about this Explorer ST. Nice front-end styling. I love that black grille. For some people, when you see this big grille going up in your rearview mirror, they might think you're law enforcement. So people have a tendency, if you like to bomb down the left-hand lane and go fast, you know, everyone drives differently. Well, people might have a tendency to get out of your way thinking that you're a law enforcement. If I had one of these, I would even get maybe like a little powder-coated black, pusher bumper with fog lights on it to even be more convincing. Obviously, with the Explorer ST, we also get a nice, more aggressive wheel and tire package, bigger brakes. This thing is so much fun to drive. You'd be surprised how well a mid-size crossover SUV can perform. If you doubt it, get behind the wheel of an ST Explorer. I think you'll be impressed. Going towards the rear, we have an awesome quad-tip exhaust system. Sounds really nice, it looks cool. We have a tow package, a very capable tow vehicle. The tow rating on this is close to 7,000 pounds when properly equipped. That is fantastic, because this is not built on body on frame, it's built on a unibody. So let's talk more about this rear-wheel drive platform. So the previous generation Explorer is built on a front-wheel drive platform. Obviously you get it with all-wheel drive, but the primary drive wheels were the front wheels, which is great for packaging and efficiency and making things at a lower cost. But front-wheel drive is not always great for performance. There's that awesome twin-turbo V6, 400 horsepower. So with a front-wheel drive vehicle, the engine is horizontally opposed, and they can put the transmission next to the engine. So that frees up more interior space. You don't have a huge drive shaft going through the middle of the vehicle, reducing interior space. But having all that weight in the nose makes it really heavy. Having those front wheels as your primary drive wheels, that can lead to torque steer, things like that. That's why most sports cars like the Mustang, obviously not the newest generation Corvette that went mid-engine, but previous generation Corvettes, they were all front engine rear-wheel drive because it's better balanced. So when you have a rear-wheel drive platform, you have the engine, you have the transmission, you have a drive shaft going through, giving power to the rear wheels, which are the primary drive wheels. That allows for better weight distribution, it allows for better balance, and having those rear wheels as the primary drive wheels, that gives you the feel of a rear-wheel drive sports car. Obviously, it can be all-wheel drive as well, but the primary drive wheels that put down most of the power, do the most work, are the rear wheels, where on the front-wheel drive base Explorer platform was the other way around. We have this nice big strut tower brace to add structural rigidity to the vehicle, improving the handling in the corners and the feel. Lovely shade of blue. This thing really looks nice. And even though you have that drive shaft going through the middle, you still have a nice spacious interior. This is a mid-sized vehicle. The ST is nicely draped in leather, perforated leather. Nice contrast stitching. We got the Ford Performance kick plates. Integrated sunshades, which is great for youngsters in car seats. Nice spacious third row seating. So this is your fun car, but you can also see by the rear seat accommodations, all this space back here. It's also a very practical family vehicle. Nice big panoramic roof to allow lots of natural light inside. On kind of overcast, dreary days like this, to have a little bit more ambient light coming inside, kind of elevates your mood. It can sometimes be kind of depressing and dark and dreary when it's overcast like this, so having those big glass roof panels really makes a big difference. Of course, we have a power rear liftgate. The rear seats fold flat, they power fold down. And obviously you can fold down the second row seats as well, turning this into like a little cargo van. Nice, comfortable accommodations in the driver's seat. Beautiful, thick rimmed leather-wrapped wheel. We have the cool contrast stitching on it as well. I love the Tesla-esque vertical screen for the infotainment system. This obviously has navigation. We have a parking camera, overhead camera, heated and ventilated front seats. I love the lacquer black piano finish. Very nicely done. And then we have a power sunshade to dim things down if it gets too bright out. The sun's trying to break through today. And obviously this moonroof opens as well. Completely digital gauge cluster, which is configurable. You can pick and choose information that shows up. If you enjoy music, this is a great sounding B&O audio system. This has a 10-speed automatic transmission. You can use this rotary dial to select gears. You also have these steering wheel paddle shifters, so you can take control of the gear changes yourself. We have a drive mode selector here, where you can change the behavior of the vehicle, make changes to the traction control, steering, transmission. So we have normal, obviously for normal everyday conditions. We have eco, that encourages a more economical type driving manner. And we can also see that the gauge cluster, the display in the gauge cluster can also change depending on which drive mode you have selected. We have sport mode. I'd probably be using this one a lot. This will calibrate the vehicle to have a more sporty driving dynamics. You can see that the gauge cluster is a little bit different, a little bit more of a sporty look. We have tow haul. As I mentioned, this can be a great tow rig. We have slippery for wet, for snowy, icy roads. We have trail. We can see that it shut the traction control system off, which is preferable for off-road situations. Obviously, you're not going to do rock crawling in this thing, but this is more than happy to do some light off-roading, overlanding, things like that. And then we have deep snow and sand. So I have a copy of the original build sheet on this one. This one does have a few optional odds and ends. The ST is one of their more range-topping trim levels, so it does have a lot of standard equipment. The twin panel moonroof was a $1,695 option. This has the premium technology package, $1,295, bundling in lots of great features like an upgraded sound system, multi-contour front seats, things like that. Upgraded 10.1-inch LCD portrait touchscreen, which we see right there. Then this also has the ST high performance package as well, and the Ford Co-Pilot360 Assist Plus, which will be fantastic for highway driving. Well, there you have it, a beautiful example of a 2022 Explorer ST. Thanks so much for watching. We're Scarff Ford. We've been in business over 100 years, proudly serving the greater Seattle-Tacoma area, located in Auburn, Washington. Please like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We appreciate it. We have content coming out all the time. Hope to see you soon and have a great day.